Well, the federal government, through the Ministry of Finance, has held the maiden edition of the Government Private Sector Dialogue Series, GPS. The event, which held over the weekend in Lagos, is part of the federal government's efforts aimed at aligning national economic reforms with realities of everyday business. Speaking on the theme, Finance and SMEs Growth Roundtable, Mrs. Doris Uzoka Anite, Minister of State for Finance, said the federal government is determined to be more present, responsive and accountable. She noted that policy must not be written for the people, but with them, adding that this edition is the beginning of a structured and continuous dialogue between policymakers and the private sector in Nigeria.
The National Single Window Project, and the idea is to use automation, digitization, and even artificial intelligence to improve the processes, speed them up, make them more efficient, and of course, more cost-effective, to bring down the cost of international transactions, to bring down the cost of importing, and even in the case of exports, bring down the administrative costs that are associated with exporting. So that is the commitment under these particular initiatives, the tax reform, under the National Single Window Trade Improvement and Facilitation Project.
The purpose of this series is very simple but profound: to bring together federal and state officials, private sector leaders, and community representatives to surface priority issues, identify bottlenecks, agree on practical next steps that will improve access to finance and drive enterprise growth. Under the leadership and influence of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, we are convening this dialogue to make government more present, responsive, and accountable, to move closer to the people, to listen, to understand, and to act. Because at its core, the work of government is to serve the people, not in words, but in deeds, not from a distance, but through genuine partnership. Public service must also be about listening, about leading, about understanding the daily realities of those who trade, who build, and who create the wealth in our communities.